Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing about the factors affecting the sag. So let us see what are they. Before that, we have seen in the previous chapter, I have given you the calculations of sag. So let us go with that and let us see what are the calculations for this. As I said you, we have seen in the previous chapter that factors what are affecting the sag. So let us go for the formula first. So sag is equal to WL square by 8T. This is the formula what we have seen. If you remember this formula, you can write this answer very easily. So basically there are four factors which are affecting the sag. The first one will be W. See this? Here it is there W. So W. So W stands for weight of the conductor. So you know the basic abbreviation, W is the weight of the conductor. Now the thing is, if the weight of the conductor is increased, if this weight is increased, what happens? Now there is some sag in the conductor. Assume that. Now if the weight of the conductor is increased, it is definitely that it will act towards the ground. That means that sag is definitely increased. So this factor will be affecting the sag. This is the first factor. And you can see there is direct proportionality for this. Sag is directly proportional to the weight of the conductor. So if this is increased, sag is also increased. Okay. The second point is, you can say this here as well, L. L basically stands for length of the conductor material. Okay. What happens if the length of the conductor is increased? For suppose there is sag. What happens if this length is increased? That sag will also increases. It is definite. But see here, for this there is square. So if the length is increased, then the sag will be increased by the square times. So if this length is increased, sag is increased by the square time. Why? Because length is also square here. So that is why sag is increased and this length is affecting the sag. And the third point is temperature. Now, in order to understand this, let us consider a condition. For suppose it is summer time. If this is summer time, you all are aware that in summer basically temperatures are very high. If the temperatures are very high, what happens? That will affect the conductor. As you know, metals basically expand or contract depending on the temperature. So if this is summer, definitely that metals will start to expand. See now, again there is some sag. What happens if there is some sag? Because of the external heat as well as the internal heat present in the conductor, this sag will now further starts to increase. That means that because of temperature, length of the conductor is getting increased. As it is expanding, the length will also starts to expand. Again the story will go here. If this temperature is increased, length is increased. If the length is increased, it is again going to the square time of it. So this plays vital role. So this point plays a vital role. So that is why temperature also affects the sag. If length is increased, sag is also increased. Okay. Now, fourth point is working tensile strength. Yes. There is a formula for the working tensile strength, but you should understand how this is related with respect to the sag. you can see here sag is inversely proportional to the tension. That means working tensile strength implies sag is inversely proportional to the working tensile strength. So this is the relation what sag and working tensile strength are there. But in order to calculate the exact working tensile strength, we have a formula. So working tensile strength is equal to ultimate stress into area of cross section of conductor by safety factor. Now, this is the formula in order to calculate the working tensile strength, and this is definitely affecting the sag, and it is inversely proportional to the sag with respect to the temperature and length of the conductor. These are maintained constant. Okay, now the safety factor I have explained you in the previous lecture in the effect of wind and ice on sag. You can go and check it there, but still I am writing the formula. Safety factor is equal to maximum stress by permissible stress. So this is the formula for the safety factor, and I would like to request each and every one of you to watch the entire concept and be careful with the formulas. If you are very perfect with these formulas, you can answer any problem in the 5th chapter. Okay, go for the ice and wind calculations also. Why? Because there are problems, you have the combinations of this one as well as that one. I hope I have covered all the topics which are very important, and if you have any doubt, you can comment in the below section. I will clear your doubt.